Early one night, there was a little tank engine waiting to take his passengers home. He had 6 more wheels, silver paint, and the number 0. He was called Timothy, an old but kind engine. The passengers climbed aboard and the driver called out, "Full steam ahead, Timothy." "Sure thing." And with that, Timothy headed off down the line. Timothy had a splendid run that night. The moon was full and the wind was rustling in the trees, but they didn't bother to Timothy at all. But when they reached the first station, the driver put on the brakes, but nothing happened. He soon found out that Timothy was starting to pick up speed. He shouted out, "Timothy, what are you doing?" But Timothy didn't answer. He just went faster and faster. Suddenly, his driver noticed that they were going on the wrong track and heading towards a cliff. "Timothy, don't! You'll kill us all!" he shouted again. The driver and fireman adjusted his control, but it was no use. And every year on the date of the accident, it runs again as a warning to others, plunging into the gap, shrieking like a lost soul. "Percy, what are you talking about?" "The ghost train. Driver saw it last night." "Where?" asked Thomas and Toby. "He didn't say." "Oh, it makes my wheels wobble to think of it." "Huh," said Thomas. "You're just a silly little engine. I'm not scared." "Thomas didn't believe in your ghost," said Percy next morning. His driver laughed. "Neither did I. It was a pretend ghost on television." Percy was disappointed. That evening, he came back from the harbour. Percy knew where he was, even in the dark. Crow's Farm Crossing. He shan't be long now. He liked looking at night. The whales hummed and the signal lights shone green. But a broken car full of lime lay ahead. Sam the farmer had just gone for help. Percy broke the car to smithereens. Lime flew everywhere. He puffed quickly to the nearest signal box. Percy's driver explained what had happened. "I'll see to it," said the signalman, "but you better clean Percy, or people would think he's a ghost." Percy chuckled. "Do let's pretend I'm a ghost and scare Thomas. That will teach him to say that I'm a silly little engine." Toby promised to help. Thomas was just being ordered up for his evening train. "Percy's had an accident!" cried Toby. "Poor engine," said Thomas. "Botheration! That means I'll be late. They've cleared the line for you, but there's something worse. I'm with her, Toby. I haven't got to leave, and I've just seen something, said Toby. It looked like Percy's ghost. It said it was coming here to warn us. Who gives a puff? Don't be frightened, Toby. I'll take care of you. Peep, peep, pip, 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 peep. Let me in, wailed Percy. No, not by the smoke of my chimney, chim. I'll puff, and I'll chuff, and I'll break your door in. Oh dear, said Thomas. It's getting late. Oh, I have no idea. Oh, I must find Annie and Clarabel. It was morning when Thomas returned. Where have you been? Asked Toby. Well, said Thomas, I knew you'd be sad about Percy, and I didn't like to intrude. I slept in a good shed. Oh, sorry, can't stop. Got to see a coach about the train. Percy was none the less for his adventure, and was still enjoying himself enormously. He had heard everything. Well. What do you know about that? Anyone would think, chuckled Toby, that our Thomas had just seen a ghost. Come on, mate, back it up. What's that shine? Ah!
Yes, I'm back and alive. Now, time for my revenge.